Keluarga ini tak terikat darah, hanya oleh satu mimpi semata. Porak-poranda hidup jadikan seni. Rumah ini ajariku untuk melayani. Mahakarya tak selesai secepat kilat. Semalam tak cukup membangun Roma, tapi kita bisa karena biasa. Keluarga ini bertulang baja, tak goyah bersama-sama. Rumah ini, rumah kita bersama. Sanur surat tercinta.
Hi kawan setia, welcome back to From High School to Academic Success Alumni Testimonies. I'm your host Kyla from Sanur FM,
Sound of Your Life.
Today I have with me two beautiful guests in front of me, and we're gonna be talking about how their journey throughout the high school here, and all about their excellent academic achievements, as well as how they are able to get to how they are right now. This topic is such an important one to discuss because of all of the inspirations we will get from these two remarkable people that can really help motivate St. Ursula Jakarta High School students. Fun fact, the song that we heard earlier is actually one of the original songs written by one of our guests here. She's an MC and she has released 2 singles and 1 EP. Everybody please give a hand for Patty.
Hello everybody.
Hi.
So my name is Patricia Gaberatu, but usually known as Patty or Patricia. I'm now a singer writer, but I graduated from this school in 2017. Graduated.
And the other one, we have such a really cool person. She's a co-founder of Kastari, a business that creates fashion accessories out of recycled materials. Everybody please give a hand for Qinta.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Qintani Abigail de Brasinaga, but I usually go by Qinta. I graduated from St. Ursula Senior High School in 2023, a few months ago, and I'm currently an upcoming student at the University of Indonesia studying economics.
Wow. Okay, now that we've gotten to know a bit about our guest today, let's talk about what your life was like during high school. Maybe Patty can start.
For me, my life in high school, a mix of bittersweet moments. Most of the time it was fun, of course, it was lovely. But then also a lot of tears came out. It was exhausting but fun.
Well, it's quite similar. Maybe my time in Sanur, you could say, was a bit complicated. Like, I had a lot of good memories, spending time with my friends, getting my goals. But there was also a lot of sad memories as well, struggles, all-nighters to study.
All-nighters.
So there's some memories I'd like to remember more than others. But I feel like looking back, I'd like to think of everything I experienced as something that was valuable for me in shaping me as the person I am today and in preparing me for my future.
As we've discussed, life in St. Ursula High School is quite tough. Did you guys have anything that kept you guys motivated throughout the whole experience? Maybe you guys had like a certain goal that you guys had to achieve during your time in high school.
Me, maybe to graduate. Yes, my first goal.
My goal too.
Just staying alive.
Yeah, to stay alive. And to get out of this. No, I was kidding. Because it was lovely, but I really wanted to graduate and feel like what's gonna be like outside of this.
Start
school,
a new
right?
life.
Yes. So my goal was to become a singer.
How about Qinta?
For me, I had a lot of dreams here in Sanur. I wanted to get into a good university.
Of course.
I wanted to get a good job and be a girl boss.
Yes.
Sure.
But other than that, what kept me going was I really wanted to be the best version of myself. I wanted to try and escape all of my anxieties, insecurities, and try and make the most of my time here in Sanur.
And did you?
You know what? Maybe I think I did.
Okay.
I like to think that I did.
Okay, that's good. going to school here again was hard. Did you guys have like a nice support system, a good learning environment?
For me, I felt like throughout my 3 years in high school here, I felt like the environment was very supportive. They put a lot of emphasis on us on staying physically and mentally healthy.
Yes.
And it also helped that I had a lot of good friends, amazing teachers, and overall a very good environment for me to study and maximize my potential.
That's nice. Did Kap feel the same way?
Yes, I think the school is really supportive of us. I mean, the teachers, our friends, of course, our families, right? And we do have that supportive system.
How did that supportive environment impacted like where your life is at now?
For me, I felt like before I started high school here, I felt like a very different person. I used to be really insecure. I really cared about what other people thought of me, and that made me close myself off and
That
try and
anxiety.
hide myself because of my anxiety, exactly. But I felt like the supportive environment that I was blessed to find here in Sanur, it really pushed me to try and better myself, put myself out there, take those risks. And I felt like that was one of the key things that helped me to reach all of the blessings I have today and all of my achievements.
Very cool. What's the question again?
How did the safe learning environment that you experienced here made you like what you are today?
Oh, right. The most important thing that I learned from this school is to be punctual and not to procrastinate, because we have to manage our time really well in this school, because we're
A lot of assignments and
we're
everything.
always busy.
Yeah.
We're always tired, but
We
we also
are.
want to have fun with our girls, right?
Yes.
So that was my biggest lesson.
Well, maybe for all of the high school students listening on our conversation right now, maybe you guys can share a few study tricks that you guys found here during high school.
For me, I felt like the tip that really helped me out a lot was to find a good study method that suits you. Of course, it's going to be exhausting.
Yes.
Of course, it's going to be hard. You can't guarantee that you're going to understand everything, but you can try your best by ensuring that you're at least enjoying the process. You're not just droning along the books. So I think that trying to make studying fun, or at least trying to find the method that's most comfortable for you, that's what's going to help you absorb the materials best.
You have to find the comfort first, and when you're comfortable with yourself and with the materials, of course, too. Then you can process everything better, right, and faster. Make sure you eat healthy, or you
Exactly.
exercise, like you're freshen up. Then you can study like in a fresher mood, and then not to procrastinate. Time
course.
management is really
Definitely.
Very
important.
important.
Definitely.
Yes.
That's that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, during your time in high school, obviously you're at that age where a lot of hangouts, like and also a lot of sweet 17s. That's a big thing during high school. How did you guys manage that academic life and also social life balance?
For me, to be honest, I don't really have social life.
Oh.
Like so much social life back then, because I was really busy with school. I joined the student council,
OSIS.
and then OSIS, and then I joined the band too here,
Oh,
Green
yeah.
Light, and I joined competitions outside of the school, and of course I'm taking extra lessons for math because I was bad at math. But then, yeah, that cost me a lot of time. Like, so I don't really go shopping every day,
Yeah.
or whatever we consider as having fun right now, right?
For me, I think it's quite similar to Kapeti. I joined a few extracurriculars. I joined competitions. I joined student council. Tried to make the most of high school, though.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree that having a balance between your work and your life, it usually means sometimes you have to know when to bring yourself back a little, go hang out
Cut
with your
loose.
friends, cut loose, exactly. And I felt like for me, how I eventually learned to find the balance is to set boundaries. I have to try and figure out, is today a good idea to go? Is today a good time to go out with my friends, or do I have to focus on studying? Or maybe should I study today, or would that just make me more mentally exhausted? And should I just go out with my friends instead? It's all about being wise and trying to divide up your time and setting healthy boundaries with people.
Healthy boundaries.
Did you find that this balance is needed and is important?
Of course, yes. And about that, I have one quote that I really like, and that is, if you're exhausted, do not give up. All you need is a rest. So have a rest, not to give up.
That's a quote by Kapeti. Did you make that quote up, or was it from someone?
I just made up.
Oh, a quote from Kapeti.
Because I recently feel tired, but then I shouldn't give up, right?
Of course, you have to keep pushing.
Yes, being resilient is Sanur motto.
A core value.
Core values.
Yes,
core values.
During your hard times, obviously, it could be hard to face them alone. Did you guys have any like mentors or someone you lean to during those hard times?
To be honest, Sanur's counselors are amazing.
Yes.
It's not just me; it's all of my
The
friends
teachers.
too. The teachers. Yeah. For me, I feel like one of the best parts of going to school here is a lot of people expect counselors here in Indonesia to be overly intrusive. Of course, I see a lot of negative experiences about people and their teachers and counselors on Twitter. But here in Sanur, I'm really thankful I didn't experience any of that. And me and my friends, we often relied on going to counselors when we're stressed, when we're struggling academically. And they really helped us out in trying to regain our balance and eventually getting past all of our problems.
Did you have, I'm kind of curious about this, but do you have like a specific teacher, maybe a counselor here in the school?
I relied a lot on Bu Grace, who was the counselor for my year. And shout out to Bu Grace. You're amazing, Bu.
Was Bu Purwanti.
Oh!
Actually, I have lots of favorite teachers. I mean, they are all amazing. And
of course.
Yes. They are all like loving and caring, right? But most of all, Bu Purwanti, I owe you my life, I guess. Because without her, I can never
survive this school.
Pass math. My God.
So then I guess you would say that the presence of a mentor is really important during your high school life.
Of course.
How have your whole like high school experience influenced your choice of career, your career path, and like whatever you're doing right now?
Like for me, I didn't know I was going to choose. I'm majoring in economics now, and I didn't know that I was gonna choose this major when I first got to Sanur. But I feel like the way Sanur influenced me was the way they teach classes, especially in my major. I think they really encourage you to try and associate the stuff you find on textbooks with the real world, with the news, with the interactions you have with people around you. And I think that the way they presented these subjects, especially econ for me, it really helped me to try and see that this subject, which might seem boring at first if you're just reading notes or textbooks, it's actually something that's alive, and it's something that connects with the world around us right now. And that eventually helped me to pick my major, and as well as to have a good relationship with studying knowledge and, well, maybe more specifically econ when I entered university. And I think in the future, that's going to help me out a lot too.
So find something that you can relate to, that you enjoy studying.
Yeah, and Sanur really helps you with that.
How did your life in high school impacted, influence your current academic pursuits and maybe like your interests?
So my organizational experiences helped me a lot with my career now, with the public speaking. Social skills I have to achieve right now, like as an MC or as a singer songwriter. I have to connect with so many people, and I've learned a lot from this school too about that, and about the creativity the school has given me, like chances to explore my world. And
Yeah.
I remember one day, a teacher told me to sing for the class because that day it was so sunny. It became a bit boring.
Oh.
But then she told me to sing because she knows we need refreshment. And somehow it motivates me. Like I feel accepted more there, like with all of my talents, because I don't know how to say like academic
Your academic life.
yes, like in science or math or anything academic. I'm more of creative person, so sometimes I don't feel supported in real life because many people expected it only as a hobby, right? But in this school, they accept me.
They support you. You
Yes.
felt the support from such a small thing.
Yes, and what my friends do, they are all.
For me, I think my path is a bit different from Kapeti. I was always more of the academic type, but I do agree that. But I feel like in my time here in Sanur, I developed a really good relationship with studying and with knowledge in general because back when I was a kid, I always felt like studying was for the achievements. Or if I didn't get a good grade, that meant that I didn't do well enough. But here in Sanur, the way they teach you, especially in my major, which was social sciences or EPS, they encourage you to really look outside of the books. Don't just read the books, don't just listen to your lectures, but they always find a way to associate what we're learning with the real world, with what's happening on the news, with the conditions and interactions we have with people around us. And that really helps me to find a genuine passion for the stuff I was learning, and which helped me out a lot when I was finally choosing a major, eventually choosing econ. And I feel like that's going to be beneficial for me as well in the future.
Both of you have graduated this school. Did you guys get any special skills or knowledge or values that you acquired during your time that you would like to share? You can pick out something from our Serfiam's core values.
Qinta dan kasih.
Love. Love for others. I mean, it keeps me going a lot. I mean, sometimes when I'm tired, sometimes I feel like the world is like crushing down, right? But then I remember my goals again. I remember the love of others I've accepted. So I then again remember what to continue, start living again.
Keeps you going.
For me, funnily enough, this is actually from the core values as well. I think one of the points was keberanian ketangguhan, or bravery and perseverance.
Yes.
And growing up as someone who was really, really timid and really shy, I realized that in my time in high school, I really need to break out of that to become a better person. And during my time in Sanur, I tried to really put myself out there, get out of my comfort zone. I joined competitions. I made friends outside of school. I joined in council as well. And there were a lot of moments where I felt like my anxiety was going to get the best of me. And I think through because Sanur implanted this value in all of us, I realized that it's important for me to break free, to be brave, take a step. And if all doesn't go well, I've prayed and I've tried my best, and it doesn't go well, that doesn't mean I should give up. It means I should just persevere. And I felt like, looking back at it now, I'm really, really thankful that I learned that, because if I never broke out of my comfort zone, I wouldn't have improved. I wouldn't have gotten the stuff I have today. So I'm really grateful that this school taught me that.
The speeches that our principal gave is really impactful because of all of the core values that we've gotten today.
Pep talks.
The 5-hour speeches helps us become who we are.
Exactly.
I think that was a very good point. We have to become in this life, because life doesn't get easier, right?
Yeah.
When we grow older, the life is getting tougher. So
you have to keep fighting.
And a closed door only means have some better in store.
Another open window.
Yes.
Maybe this last question is more for Patty, since Qinta has only graduated for a month.
Yeah, I think. Wait, 2 months.
2 months. A couple of months.
Couple of months.
For
So
me, it was like
a long time ago.
6 years.
So for Kapeti, do you have any notable achievements that you would like to share with us since graduating?
Okay, I'll consider this as my own achievements.
Okay.
I've released my songs, my
Oh,
original songs, Spotify, digital platforms, and it was for me because I never thought I would make it. I mean, I always have the dream to do that. I don't think it was possible until I did it.
Yes.
Other than that, performing some of full events. I did to sing in like emerging session in M Block.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, all that. And in the end of this month, I will sing. And I think I know.
I think it's really cool to see how Kapeti made it as a, even though she's from a very academically pressed school, as Saint Ursula. I think that it just shows that when you graduate from this high school, you can be whatever you want.
Yes.
Even though they don't teach it to you in school,
Yes,
but you
yes.
can. And yeah, as long as you have that perseverance, then you can do whatever you want.
Literally, you can be anything,
Anything.
and you can do anything.
Okay, so to recap, in today's podcast, we talked about how St. Ursula High School affected your career and the importance of mentors and good learning environments, and also tips on how to maintain an academic and social life balance, as well as how to overcome challenges. I think that what we can all get out of this podcast is the importance of perseverance, of course, support systems, and also growth mindset in achieving academic excellence. I think that maybe most people, before hearing this podcast, they don't understand how important all of this stuff is. But hopefully, after they hear our conversations, they all understand. I would like to give my biggest thanks to Qinta and Patty for being here today and talking to us and inspiring all of us. Sadly, this is all of the time that we have for today. So, for all of the Kawan Setia listening, don't forget to follow our lovely guests on Instagram.
Mine is Gabe.
Mine at Qinta Sinaga. Qinta with a Q.
Qinta with a Q. And of course, to also stay tuned for more educative and fun podcasts from St. Ursula, Jakarta. And I would also like to apologize for any mistaken words or anything that you, Kawan Setia, might find offensive. This has been Kyla from Sanur FM. Sound of your life. Thank you and bye.
Bye.